Hi everybody.
Hello.
um, sorry. Welcome back to Exploring the Archives, your favorite podcast that you've ever heard.
Back.
um, Facts. I'm eating a popsicle right now, so forgive me if it interrupts the recording. But I'm also sick, so
Besides the mental stuff.
yeah, like physically as well. So you get what you get, and you don't get upset. So how are you doing today?
I've been rushing around all day. I feel like
Yeah.
I need to get things done.
Oh, so you're in a hurry.
Every time I try to ship or um, invoice, something comes up. So it's
Yeah.
getting old.
Yeah, I had a doctor's appointment today, and now two doctors have told me they don't know what it is that I have. It's a sore throat.
It's a sore throat. It's things that we used to have years ago and we'd just say, oh, it's a sore throat.
Yeah, but it's like, it hurts really bad. Shut up.
Baby.
I'm a perfect baby, and
Yeah.
I will never change. Okay, are you ready for some Reddit stories?
Of course I am.
Okay. In case you're new to the podcast, hi, I'm Devin. I'm from
Um,
Devin does the thing,
and I'm Helen, New England Thrifter.
and together we make one barely conscious person. Um,
Pretty much. Much.
Um, Helen is my mother. What are you getting phone calls in the middle of our stream?
Yes. I'm very
How dare
important.
how
Scam
dare you?
callers really want to get a hold of me.
They really do. They want to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. Um,
Exactly.
so okay. So the podcast is very simple. It's just I read my mom Reddit stories and she reacts to it, and it's very funny for me personally, and I hope for you also. All
Is
right.
this going to be more? I hate to be judgmental, but is this going to be more not so smart people
It's funny you should mention that because yes,
in their not so smart situations?
possibly.
Not that I'm smart, but
Sometimes people get into some real head scratchers. So so the first story I have for you is from the subreddit r/ am I the asshole?
they're the asshole.
Thanks. It's a lovely prejudgment by my mother. All right,
Yes.
so you ready? All right.
Yes.
Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend her home decor is the reason I won't host a work gathering at her place?
The home
I,
decor.
yeah, her home decor. All right, you ready? All right, all right, so this is the original poster. OP is a 32-year-old man, and his girlfriend is 29. So I've been with my girlfriend for over a year now. She's smart, funny, a bit quirky, and has a serious job with a good salary. We have a great time together and generally get along very well. The only thing is her choice in home decor, he used like single quotes there, is bizarre to put it frankly, and not something you think a normal grown adult would be into. Her
Uh oh.
apartment, yeah, her apartment is definitely a reflection of herself and interests. Not in the best way, though. My girlfriend has a wall dedicated to animation in one room of her apartment, like Futurama pieces and etchings of some weird triangle guy. Yeah, that's from a oh my god, what is it? It's a Disney cartoon.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like a character that I don't know because my brain is broken. Then there's the wall of framed preserved insects in another room, but not insects like butterflies or moths. Instead, she displays tarantulas, beetles, and large stick insects. Her
oh,
bathroom has a subtle has a subtle theme of the ocean, pretty common. But instead of starfish or shells, she has a little anglerfish nightlight, a small vampiric squid painting, and then a framed diagram of what apparently is a goblin shark right by the toilet. I would say a majority of her home decor and furnishings are okay. The apartment itself is very modern and sleek. It's just the random decor and juvenile ish themes like cartoons, insects, and bizarre ocean creatures is off putting. Taking a break for a sippy sippy.
Is that it, or does it go on?
There's more. I just needed a break. I just needed a sip of water. All
I'm
right.
trying not to interrupt you.
Oh, I appreciate it. This is where I might be the asshole. I avoid bringing people over to her place, especially people from my job, because of how juvenile it looks. Everyone's impressed when they see the high rise, but that quickly fades once you enter. The one time I brought a work colleague over, they ended up telling me after that they found her insect wall terrifying. I work in finance, and appearances and first impressions are important. My office will hold casual gatherings where we get together for a few drinks, good food, and we rotate hosts. And this time it's my turn. The problem is, my place is under some construction and not an ideal place to be right now. So I've been staying with my girlfriend. My girlfriend suggested that we host my colleagues here since she has the space and thinks it'll be fun. I told her I planned on skipping my rotation and seeing if the next person would be okay with hosting early. She kept pressing on why I didn't want them over here, so I finally said it's because her home decor is strange and not something a grown woman should have or would have, and also that her insect wall horrified the one colleague that did come over. My girlfriend got mad and said at the end of the day, it's not my space and these things bring her joy. She also said that she is indeed an adult woman, which is exactly why her apartment is decorated in such a manner. I love my girlfriend, I do, and it's okay to have different interests. But does an adult really need to decorate with them besides a few things here and there? I mean, my own mother asked if my girlfriend was autistic after she saw the entire apartment for the first time. So, Reddit, am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend her home decor is the reason I won't host a work gathering at her place? Thoughts?
Oh, I think it doesn't sound terrible to me. It just
No,
sounds like a different style.
right.
Like maybe if someone had collections of stuff. I won't mention who
Yeah,
that is. And they like to put shelves up and show all their collections.
right. Like,
You know, just
yeah, like
saying.
what I'm learning here is that finance bros can't hang. They can't. they can't. They can't deal with fun stuff.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And God help them if they get married. What are they going to do?
Right, and he seems to like have like a weird like not I don't want to say weird because everybody's style is their style, right?
Right.
But like he's got a weird idea of what's juvenile because Futurama, that is a very adult cartoon. That is not for kids.
Right.
Have,
But I
you've
think
watched
he
it, right?
just, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's kind of stuff you like.
Well,
So,
me?
yeah.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I wouldn't decorate my place like that, but I wouldn't be offended or upset if I went to a house. I'd kind of think it was neat
Right, right, same. And also
because
like oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, that's right. I like to see different varieties of, like, it's like with vintage stuff. Sometimes I like to see mid-century modern. Sometimes I like to see Victorian. Sometimes I like to see farmhouse. Like whatever people do, if they do it well, it's fun.
Yeah, I agree. Um
Not that I know how to do anything well, but if I did,
well,
you
and
know.
like the thing is like it's not even his house. It's not even his apartment.
Yeah, so right away, he's the asshole.
Yeah, I agree with that one. He's the asshole.
Next.
Do you want to do you
Oh,
want to know what the entire subreddit says?
sure.
The verdict? He's the
Yeah,
asshole.
he's the
Reddit was about
asshole.
this. Yeah, yeah. Oh, someone one comment though, someone said because sometimes they put the phrase or the word info and they're just asking for more info. But so this one was a little tongue in cheek. It said, "What age children usually have preserved tarantulas and vampire squids as home decor?" Because he called it child or juvenile.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. So that was one of them. Now I have one for you. If my phone will cooperate. Um, from a subreddit called r/the Museum of Reddit.
Oh,
Okay, and this originally came from the subreddit r/ask Reddit, and the question was, "Who's the dumbest person you've ever met?" All right, and the reply is by Noah the Red. It's not uncommon as a teacher to have students who are a bit behind the curve in certain aspects, but 99.99999% of the time, they are keen on something. They might not understand how to identify a noun or what a theme is, but they somehow know how to make a mean plate of nachos. You learn pretty quick not to judge a fish for their tree climbing ability, you know? I thought this was the rule when I was teaching until I met Kevin. Kevin isn't his real name, but it doesn't matter because he can't spell it anyway. Kevin,
Ooh.
Kevin was a student of mine during my last year of teaching. He came to my classroom with very little to show for his academic past. He had moved a few times and thus was missing a lot of typical test scores that we used to try and ballpark their ability. Don't worry, it was a ballpark. We didn't make major decisions until we actually had a chance to talk and work with a student for a bit. I thought, that's fine. I'll just do some one-on-one with Kevin and see what's up. One-on-one with Kevin was like conversing with someone who'd forgotten everything in a freak, if not impossible, amnesia incident. There was no evidence that he had learned anything past the second grade, and now he was in the ninth grade. Flabbergasted, I figured we needed to get more serious with this. If he was going to be in my class, I needed to know why and how. I decided to meet with him, his guidance counselor, his parents, and another teacher to see what was really going on. This is where it all became clear. It was by some incredible fluke that his family hadn't been wiped off the face of the earth years ago.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, odds are his entire heritage was based on blind luck and some type of sick divine intervention that saves his family every time a threat presents itself. Kevin was the genetic pinnacle of this null achievement.
Oh my God.
I know. Even my instructional lead, a woman who could find a redeeming trait in a Balrog, failed to see any reason this kid or his family should be alive today. All right. So here's a list of events that made it abundantly clear that God exists and he's laughing uncontrollably.
All right.
All right. Kevin frequently forgot when/where class was. On more than one occasion, I had to retrieve him from other classrooms. Kevin ate an entire 24-pack of crayons, puked, and then did it again the next day. This is ninth grade. I have no idea where he got the crayons. Kevin's dad wrote tuition checks and mailed them to me, his English teacher. This was a public school. When I gave it back to Kevin, voided, to give to his dad with a brief note explaining that this is a public school, Kevin got in trouble for trying to spend it at 7-Eleven after school.
Now, I think that's pretty smart.
He's trying to spend a voided check at 7-Eleven.
Well, at least he tried.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Kevin was removed from the culinary arts program after leaving a cutting board on the gas stove and starting a fire twice. You'd think one time would be enough. Kevin threw his lunch at the school resource officer and tried to run away. He ran into a door and insisted it wasn't him. Kevin stole my phone during class. I called it. It rang. He denied that it was ringing. Not that it wasn't his, not that he did it. No, he denied that the phone was actually ringing. He tried it 3 times before the end of the year. Kevin called the basketball coach an MFing bitch during gym. Basketball tryouts were that afternoon. Kevin tried out. It didn't go well. Kevin's mom could never remember which school he went to. She missed several meetings because she drove to other schools, none of which he ever went to. Kevin tased himself in the neck before a football game.
Wow.
Yeah, it keeps going. I can read more, or we can leave it there.
Well, we can leave it there because I can't imagine what teachers go through. That's like one of the hardest professions, I feel like.
Yep.
I don't know. It sounds like she's right. It sounds like the whole family has issues.
Right?
I don't know. How would I deal with that? That's why I'm not a teacher.
Right? How do you deal with that as, like, what is this? Who is this family?
Well, I mean, it sounds like he has some undiagnosed cognitive issues.
Right. Let's talk about Kevin's undiagnosed cognitive issues. My gosh. Yeah.
I think, it could be a lot of things.
Yeah. he's just like, oh God, in ninth grade. It sounds like he moved around a lot. So it sounds like people just kind of pushed him
Push them
through.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just to get him through
I was
without
thinking the
actually like
same thing.
addressing any of the issues.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
his parents probably had similar issues, and
They got
nobody.
pushed through too.
Yeah, basically,
Everybody gets pushed through.
everybody gets pushed through. But like, wow,
I
Kevin.
think, I think
Yes.
that being her last year of teaching says something too.
Yeah.
I think she was kind of, I don't want to say burnt out, but I think she was kind of done.
Yep. No,
So
I
I
would
think,
agree.
yeah, I think it was just like, this is too much and I'm done.
Yes.
Because I don't know how I'd deal with that either.
Yeah. Like, what are you supposed to do at that point?
So is that a who's the asshole or is that just a,
No, that's just our
okay,
on our Ask Reddit, and the question was, who's the dumbest person you've ever met?
okay.
And the answer was Kevin and his family.
All right. Next.
Next, okay, let's see. You want another one?
Yeah, we'll do 3.
Okay, so this one is something else. So this one is from a subreddit called r/am I the devil.
Am I the devil? Oh my God.
Yes. And
Yes.
this is where the worst of am I the asshole goes.
Oh, okay.
So it's like people who are like out of this world an asshole.
Oh, okay. This will be interesting.
All right. So this one is called Am I the Asshole for Leaving My Kid with a Babysitter for a Weekend?
Yes.
Right off the bat, I want to say, like, the more innocent the title sounds, the more of an asshole the person is.
Right. Oop, I dropped my phone. All right. Got it.
I know you were shocked by that title. I don't know.
All right.
All right. So, all right. So, context. My wife and I have a 6-year-old. We have a babysitter that we have been using since our kid was 3 and is very trustworthy. The babysitter made it clear over the years that they are always available and I just need to call when I need her. We've always had a good relationship. Anyway, we made very late plans to go away for the long holiday weekend. By we, I mean my wife and I and another couple we are friends with. It came together very late, around 10 days before the trip. We planned on leaving our child with his grandparents, but they were unable to take him for the weekend. So we were left with no other choice but to leave him with the babysitter for the long weekend. We gave her the heads up on Wednesday that we would drop him off on Friday afternoon and would be back by Tuesday night. The babysitter sounded shocked, and after a 5-minute conversation, agreed to do it. I could tell she was not thrilled. We had never left our child with her overnight before, so I understood her being a bit confused and hesitant at first, but figured she would be professional and be ready for Friday. Friday, we dropped our kid off, and the babysitter was not her usual self the whole time. Normally, she is very cheery and upbeat. She seemed annoyed. I pressed her on it after a couple minutes, and she admitted she was a little annoyed at the request to watch our kid for a weekend on such short notice. I did apologize for the short notice, but but also reminded her that she always told us that whenever we needed her, just call and she'd help us out, and it was still 48 hours in advance. I assured her we'd pay handsomely for the weekend. Still, we left on an awkward note. The weekend went fine. We checked in every day, and all was good. So, am I the asshole? I don't know. I mean, our babysitter always told us that she was willing to help us out, and we really needed a babysitter for the weekend. We didn't have another option, but I get her frustration.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, I would feel funny dropping my kid off at a baby. Well, I always had my mother and stuff, family to kind of depend on. And a lot of people don't have that. But I kind of am annoyed with her because if she didn't want to do it, she should have been upfront and said, you know what? No, I can't do it.
Oh, we're going to have a disagreement.
What?
We're going to have a disagreement, you and me. This is very
Okay.
exciting. I think he's the asshole. I think he's the
No,
asshole.
I think there's room for more assholes than one here.
Okay,
But go ahead.
Everyone sucks. Is that what you're saying?
Well, that's what I always say, but
That's true.
okay, go ahead.
Okay. So just that, I don't know, just the attitude of like, yeah, she did say, call me anytime and I'll help out. But like, that doesn't mean like, call me at the last minute, and I'll drop everything to do whatever you want me to do.
And I think too, an overnight is different than just dropping off for a few hours and babysitting.
Yes.
So yeah. I see that. But I think she should have put her foot down and said, I can't.
Probably, yeah. I would agree with that.
Because and that's not good for the kid to be in a situation where they really, I mean, I'm sure she was fine to him, but
right.
It's just like,
And it's weird to me because it's like this kid has never spent the night over there before or with her before.
Right.
Like, is she prepared? Does she have all the, like, I don't know. It's
just, I would feel funny with that, but
it's just weird. Like, there was no trial period for that. There was no, like,
like, here's my kid. See you later. See you in a couple days.
Yeah. They said they checked it every day, but like,
see you on the other side. Yeah, so I think he's an asshole too. What?
All right, there are a couple edits here.
Okay.
So, edit 1. Please, folks, do not attack my parenting. This was not a trip I could have taken with my son. I would have been thrilled to. We have taken him plenty of places, and I did pay handsomely. I paid $800 for the weekend. That is almost $200 per day.
Edit Still 2. Not enough.
I know, right? Edit 2. I get that people think I'm the a-hole, but please do not message me nasty things. Try to understand from my point of view. This is not easy on anyone. So,
oh my God.
Someone in the comments did the math. So $200 divided by 24 hours equals $8.33 an hour.
An hour, yeah. I was going to say that $8 is not $800. Sorry, is not a. I mean, you're responsible for another human being. It's right. Not like.
Yeah, that's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't do it for $800. I wouldn't do it for $8,000.
Right. So it says, so the more to the comment too, like, now I'm not American, but I'm pretty sure that wage is just as unreasonable in the U.S. as it is in the UK. Illegal, actually. Yeah. That's well below minimum wage.
Right.
They also don't mention anything about providing meals or food money. Just thinking about how much it costs to feed a 6-year-old for almost 4 days. Yikes.
I think it puts a kid in I mean, the poor kid. I think she should have maybe just said, nope, I can't do it.
Right.
And just because you say, like I've said, I could, let me know if you need anything, but that doesn't mean I can drop everything.
Right.
That second.
And someone else mentioned in the comments, like, also this dude just burned an emergency bridge. You save sitters like this for when your wife has appendicitis or your husband's dad has a heart attack and you end up at the hospital with no choice and no notice.
Right.
Like, you burned that bridge for a vacation. Which,
right.
Like,
true.
Like, yeah. And I can also understand it from the sitter's point of view, where, like, if they're doing this, are they gonna, like, it may sound insane, but, like, are they gonna, like, leave the kid with someone else who's less trustworthy than her if they can't leave them with her?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you're not responsible. Like, that's part
true.
of boundaries, and that I'm learning. You can't be responsible for other person's actions. And
oh, absolutely, and I agree. Yeah. But not everybody's good at boundaries, unfortunately. I do agree that she needs to be better at it, and just say no and, like, mean no. So.
All right. So I think that was our 3, right?
That was our 3. I'm not gonna lie, Kevin's was a lot longer. There's a longer list for that. But
oh, how dumb Kevin was?
Yeah.
I don't know. I raised a couple of Kevins. I know. No.
Wow. Very rude. How dare you?
Yeah.
I'm only mildly stupid at best.
Ooh. All right. Well, I got a busy schedule. I got to go. I got
Oh,
stuff to
okay.
do.
I'm fully booked.
I'm fully booked.
All right. Well, I'll let you go then.
All right. I love you.
Oh, okay.
This was fun.
I love you too, and I love all our viewers and listeners out there in
But
podcast land.
what's that?
So I said I love you too, and I love all our viewers and listeners out there in podcast
Yes.
land.
And please like and subscribe to our, we got YouTube channels.
Yep.
We have,
Mine is Devin Does the Thing. Hers is New England Thrifter. The podcast is on the New England Thrifter YouTube channel under the podcast tab. And it drops every Saturday. It's all podcast is also available. You might be listening to it on Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and possibly one other that I'm forgetting, but I don't think
YouTube.
so.
Did you mention YouTube?
Yeah, we're also on YouTube. That was the first thing I mentioned, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, listen, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm sick. I can't be held responsible for anything that I'm saying.
All right.
All right. We'll see you next time.
All right. Bye.
Bye.